During the Democratic presidential primaries, entrepreneurial candidate Andrew Yang took an old American idea and made it the core of his campaign.
One of the central elements of my campaign is the freedom dividend, where every American receives $1,000 a month, free and clear, paid for by a new tax on the companies that are benefiting most from new technologies.
Since the pandemic ravaged the global economy and put millions of Americans out of work, universal basic income, or a UBI, is gaining traction as a viable option to fight poverty. Although Yang made UBI a mainstream term during the primaries, the idea itself has actually been around since Thomas Paine advocated for it in 1797. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was also a supporter. Michael Tubbs is the 29-year-old mayor of Stockton, California. His city launched a UBI program where 125 residents received $500 a month from February 2019 to June 2020. It was renewed and will continue until January 2021. Now, mayors in a number of cities, including Atlanta, Newark, and Los Angeles, are working to launch their own UBI pilot programs. This is all part of a coalition Tubbs founded known as Mayors for a Guaranteed Income.
It's saying that we trust our residents with regular cash payments to solve a lot of these issues we pull our hair out trying to solve. It does not absolve us of our jobs, but it does allow us to highlight that there are some gaps to how much we can feed. That as a mayor, none of us are smart enough to think about the ways that collectively the over 7 million people in our cities can use money or will need to use money every month. And that doesn't mean getting rid of things like rental assistance, necessary, food stamps, necessary. But it's saying those things are necessary but not sufficient.
Tubbs says each city in the coalition will launch its own pilot program, either by creating a working group to find room in city budgets or by forming public and private partnerships. Just recently, Twitter and Square CEO Jack Dorsey donated $3 million to the program. Newark Mayor Ross J. Baraka expects most recipients will be using the extra money for basic needs such as housing, food, and utilities.
It would be successful if we saw that the money we gave stabilized people's families and allowed them to pay their rent without any issue. And 78% of the people in this city are renters. So it allowed them to pay their rent. It allowed them to, the quality of life to change because of this. And if we poll, when we do the research and it tells us that they feel more secure because of the $500, I think that's a home run.